Hello, this is Mr. Morris, and welcome to the 8th grade math podcast. Today we are going to learn how to find the equation of a graphed line. So we have our line here on our graph, and we want to be able to find the equation of that line in y equals mx plus b form. And remember, the m is slope, and the b is the y-intercept. In this case, we can see exactly where our line crosses the y-axis. So the easiest part to figure out is the y-intercept. In this case, it's a positive 3. So we can write for our equation, we know that y is going to equal mx plus 3. Now we need to figure out the slope. In order to figure out the slope, we need to find 2 points on our line, and we want those 2 points to have coordinates that are integers. What that means is we don't want to pick, say, this point, because that point doesn't have coordinates as integers. It's going to be 1 point something and 2 point something for the coordinates of that point. That's no good. We want integers for our coordinates. So in this case, one of the simplest points to pick is our y-intercept, because it's at the point 0, 3. Now let's see if we can find another point. This looks like one, and this is at 4, 2. So now we have 2 points on our line marked. Whenever we have 2 points on a line, we can figure out the slope. Remember that slope is equal to rise over run. And remember that rise is y's, right? So rise is the change in the y value, up and down. So we can figure out the slope by taking the change in y value, and that's going to be y2 minus y1, and put that over x2 minus x1. Now it doesn't matter which one of these points we set up as x and y1 and which one we set up as x and y2. All that matters is that we're consistent in our subtraction. So if we choose this point as y1, this point has to be x1. And so that will make this y2 and this x2. So let's fill in those numbers and find out our slope. So y2 is 2 minus 3 over, and the x2 is 4 minus 0, x2 minus x1. That's equal to negative 1 over 4, or negative 1/4. So now we have our slope. We also could have figured out the slope of our line by simply counting between our points. So starting here, our change in y is 1, and our change in x is 4. So we have 1 over 4. The way we figure out whether that's positive or negative is we look at our line. When going from left to right, if our line goes down, then our slope is negative. So in this case, our slope is going to be negative 1/4. And we can write our final equation. And that's going to be y equals negative 1/4 x plus 3. Now let's reveal what the equation was that I put in here. And it is y equals negative 1/4 x plus 3. So we're correct. And that is how we find the equation of a graphed line.